Today we're going to be doing a saltwater experiment. In this experiment, we're going to be demonstrating buoyancy. Also, we're going to be talking about how salt affects the ocean.
The things that you need for the experiment are 3 cups with equal water, 8 tablespoons of salt, and 8 tablespoons of sugar, and 3 eggs.
Begin the experiment. Idan, can you pour some salt in the glass of water? So the reason why, Idan's actually pouring 8 tablespoons of salt. I'm pouring the same, but this time it's 8 tablespoons of sugar. So water is a universal solvent. That means it can dissolve things such as sugar and salt. So what we're going to do is we're going to be stirring it so it dissolves more faster.
And you see, when me and Taryn added 8 tablespoons of sugar, Taryn's water kind of looks like brownish and yellowish, but mine just looks like plain white. Taryn has little brown sugar in his cup. Taryn is stirring the sugar and I'm stirring the salt. So
okay,
now we are done.
I think we did good enough.
And so, Taryn, you can put the egg in the normal water and we can see if it floats or sinks.
Turns out it sinks.
Okay, now me and Taryn will take 2 eggs and Taryn will put it in the sugar water and I'll put it in the salt water.
Okay.
And let's see if it floats or sinks.
Hey, would you look at mine? It's floating.
Me too.
But why is the sugar water and the salt water, why is the egg able to float there but not in the regular water?
Because the salt water and sugar water have more dense than the normal water, but the salt water has more dense than the sugar water. See,
You're right, Aunt. As you see here, the water is more dense than the egg. So the egg is more buoyant, so the water is able to hold it up. And in the sugar water, it's kind of like that. Now, the water in the sugar water, it's not as dense as the salt water. So the egg, like a little bit of the egg is showing up on the surface of the water. So, and then in the regular water, egg turns out to be more dense than the water, so it sinks to the bottom. So, just like the salt we have in this water, it's like the salt in the ocean. So most things, if you put on the ocean, then it will mostly float. For example, you can take the Dead Sea. Since the Dead Sea has a lot of salt in the water, and because of that, you're easily able to float. Another example I can give you guys is the Great Salt Lake in Utah. So here, there's a lot of salt in the lake, and because of that, many things are able to float on top of it. Hopefully this explains why many things in the oceans are able to float.